There was a concern with the new aquatics complex being built that it would only serve the well-to-do elite swimmers. And I was driving home from a district board of trustees meeting one night and talking about the concern with our president, Brian Jaramillo. And we thought that we probably should do something about that and reach out to the underprivileged in our community. And we thought a swim program that would be paid for would be good. I think it was only a great idea that didn't really go anywhere until August of 2010. I saw a news special on 6 kids in Louisiana who all lost their lives in the Red River. Combination of seeing that and the concern in the community, I think that's what birthed Starting Blocks, and we started reaching out to community members to see how we go about doing it. We knew we needed an avenue to reach out to the students in our community, and so I contacted Mike Fine and quickly realized that Mike Fine wasn't just interested in giving us a list of names. He had much greater ideas and helped the program for what it became, what it is today.
Riverside Unified's involvement with Starting Blocks really started as a simple request to us, and that is, how do we get young kids in the early summer months from their neighborhoods to RCC's campus and the new aquatic center. And so it kind of started as a simple request for busing and really evolved into a much more meaningful partnership than us just providing a bus, but in fact being able to be engaged in the conversation of planning, the conversation of expansion, the conversation of making a more significant contribution than just transportation of young kids. With respect to the 2 schools that we were partnering with under our Hearts program, both of those schools are predominantly in low-income neighborhoods, serving in many cases a high concentration of Hispanic students. And we know from the research, we know from the media, we know from lots of sources that children in poverty, and specifically English students that are learning to speak English as their second language, don't have the same opportunities to learn to swim, and therefore also water safety instruction as many others do.
Riverside Unified brought reduced busing. It was important to us that we got busing for the students of Longfellow so that they could get to RCC safely, and so they were able to provide reduced busing. The Kiwanis Club of Riverside helped pay for the busing. McDonald's provided healthy snacks every day. It was common for them to bring apples daily. RUSD also fed all of our 400 students every day. American Medical Response brought paramedics to Longfellow Elementary School and taught first aid. Whatever we needed, our supporters were always there, and we rallied on a weekly basis up to the lessons to get the students whatever they needed so that they felt comfortable in the pool. It was really neat to see all the children who have never experienced water from day one, where they're scared to death to get in the water, to the final days of going off the diving board. It was also neat to see them attend a college campus, and speaking to some of the students that they really enjoyed that as well.
I think our initial expectations were really built on the conversations we had planning and leading up, and that was an opportunity for kids to experience what many of us experienced as youth, or what our kids, both of my kids, learned to swim here at RCC in the summer swimming program. And so had a great mental image of what it was that we were talking about after spending many hours every day on the pool deck, watching some very talented young RCC students teach my kids how to swim. So our expectations were our kids were going to have a great recreational opportunity in the summer that they otherwise wouldn't get, but they would come away with a new skill, and in this case, a life-saving skill for them. With respect to meeting those expectations, by far and above. Starting Blocks has delivered in meeting our expectations and well beyond those.
Quite simply, Henry Coyle taught us that that's just what we do. This is our community. This is where we live. Our children go to school here. And Tilden Coyle's purpose is to shape futures. And we believe that we can shape futures outside of just building buildings.